So hey guys, it's Tuesday the 7th of April 2020, and again we find ourselves in the midst of this coronavirus global pandemic. And as part of this series, we're speaking with experts in technology, particularly around the workplace, and we're discussing the future of the workplace post-COVID-19. And I'm delighted to be joined this afternoon by Keerti Melkote, who's the co-founder and president of Aruba Networks. Keerti, it's great to have you with us this afternoon.
A pleasure to be here with you, Dan.
So Keerti, a bunch of our audience will know who you are, what you do, what Aruba does, what HPE does, but would love to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think Aruba is today, I would say, the premium leader in mobility-enabled networking. Basically, I started it back in 2002 with a focus on bringing Wi-Fi, secure Wi-Fi into the workplace, and clearly that's happened. And here we are, 18 years later, where the world has completely flipped over and really become a mobile-first kind of a work environment. And so now we are part of the HPE family, and we obviously have a wired networking portfolio to go with the wireless piece. And so we're able to fulfill the needs of large campuses, branch offices, university campuses, all sorts of verticals that have a need for a mobile-first networking approach and strategy. We're also now embracing the cloud in a big way, and what's happening is as organizations take to cloud either through SaaS or through enabling their own enterprise applications within one of the three clouds, big clouds, there's a need for secure connectivity from the edge, which is the campus branch, into the cloud. And so we're enabling secure SD-WAN type functionality to connect the edge to the cloud.
Awesome. Amazing. And you've got thousands of employees in countries all over the world at Aruba and HPE. What's it been like with an organization that size, overnight almost going to working from home?
Well, so I'll talk to Aruba and then HPE. Aruba, we have about 7,000 people globally distributed. Obviously, I have R&D in 10 different countries, 10 different sites. And obviously my sales, field force, engineering force, etc., are distributed essentially all over the world. And when this news of the pandemic started to go around, starting in China, we have a team out in Beijing. They started to essentially implement some sort of a work from home strategy right then. This was even way back in January, pre-Chinese New Year, actually.
Okay.
And then we have a big team in Singapore that was next, where they started to implement a staggered shift, which means half the population would come at one point and half would come at a later point, and there would be alternate desks. So if you're sitting at this desk, then the person next to you would not be there. And so implementing social distancing in the workplace. And that also started in early Feb, I would say. And then starting March is when we basically started to strongly encourage everybody to work from home, which is what we are doing right now. I think this is the 5th week in the Bay Area. And I would say we are in the 3, 4, 5 stage as far as work from home globally is concerned. And fortunately for us, we have technology that really helps connect employees back into the enterprise data center, if you will.
Yeah.
And we call it the remote access point, which really essentially allows you to take your network with you and enable it wherever you happen to be. And in this case, it's the workplace. So that is a new edge for us. If campus or branch was the previous edge, the new edge is in your home. Yeah. And how do you enable the home to essentially become a small branch office?
Okay, so fantastic. So extending my is it virtual? Is it just extending my campus, my workplace network into your home?
It's really extending the network into the home. And the idea is, so typical situation is that if you're using SaaS applications, you don't need anything other than decent Wi-Fi.
Yes.
You connect, and then a decent broadband, and you're off and off the races, right? Things like Zoom or Salesforce.com or Office 365. These are all applications that are available over the web natively. They don't need a VPN of any sort.
Yeah.
But there are significant applications that are still in the data center that need VPN, especially for engineering workforce that need access to labs and the like. Soft access to lab infrastructure needs VPN.
Yeah.
And VPN experiences tend to be fairly cumbersome and they're finicky with different clients. And what we end up doing is take the Wi-Fi setup that you're used to in the workplace. It's already secure, and just simply extend that across the internet to the home. So as far as you and your devices go, they already know and recognize that Wi-Fi network. So they think they're at work. They just connect into the SSID and you have your work network at your home. That's the idea, not use any VPN client. We also offer VPN clients, especially let's say you're in a Starbucks coffee shop or some other location where you don't have the ability to implement your own little micro network, then you use VPN. But if you're working from home, which is the case now, and I think it's going to become a lot more strategic going forward, the ability to extend that corporate network in the home environment is very valuable.
Okay, interesting, super interesting. And one of the things we're asking our guests to talk about is a little bit about their home working setup. Starting with the coffee mug, tell us about your coffee mug, and then talk us through some of the tools or tech that you're using to work from home efficiently as possible.
Yeah, I call mine a tea mug. I'm a tea drinker. So here, this is my coffee mug. It's something I got on Father's Day from my kids.
Yeah.
And here's the little kids on this was a few years ago, and I still use this as my favorite mug as I work from home.
Nice.
Keeps me connected to them. It's funny, the kids have all grown and they're now in school and on their own Zoom sessions now.
Yeah, exactly.
And, which is kind of interesting. Like we have 3 or 4 different Zoom sessions going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Inside the home. And enhancing again the importance of the workplace. When we moved in, I have a fairly good sized home and with a dedicated office. But as it turns out, the office is taken. My wife has it. She's the boss. And she gets the office. That's her full office because she works from home. That's her full time. And so that's her office. And then the kids' bedrooms have become, study at home desks. And so the only room that was left for me was my own bedroom.
The dad gets relegated
in the corner, and that's become my office.
I'm assuming though that you, as president of Aruba, do have network priority access in your own home, though, if you need to prioritize a device.
The good news is I am the IT administrator. So I can do whatever I want. And although I do get to support mission critical work, just yesterday, just a funny story. I implemented some change on my Aruba network at home and it started to drop some packets. And so my dad complained, I can't use Facebook anymore. And my daughter was like, I can't get to my university sites. And the university site was mission critical. It's how she does her project work. So I had to go scramble and fix it and get it back online.
Get the gloves back on and get that to it. Yeah. Fantastic.